This podcast may contain offensive content. You have been warned. Hello everyone, and welcome to the Diecast Podcast. I am your host and DM, Johnny, for Season 6, Episode 9 of the Poobash Aboo. This is going to be a super short episode, so no break in between. It was in the middle of a heat wave, and we wanted to keep up with recording. We're going to be talking about Sir Sigmund's journal and all the conversations that happened along with that. So before we jump into it, you can find us on Twitter at Diecast Podcast. Please give us a follow, and you can stay tuned for all our updates and contests and giveaways and stuff like that. You can also find us on any app that plays a podcast. You can find us on YouTube and our own website at www.flyinglizardstudio.com, and also on our Discord. Check out the link. Come join by, say hi, talk about some D&D, talk about what you're doing in life. It'll be a good time. Also, if you super want to help us out, leave a rating and review. That is the best way to help us out. It helps us stick to that front page. It helps people say, hey, what's this Diecast Podcast thing? So share it with a friend, leave a rating and review. I think that's going to be it. This was recorded in the middle of a heat wave, so it was nice and short, but I think it was a really, really good one. Let me know what you think. I will see you next week. I think we're going to stick with Thursday updates for now as we work with editing, cleaning up all the recording stuff. The differences of recording in a home studio versus remotely. So that is it. I love you all. Tell a loved one how you feel. Take that chance to say hello, I love you, and you're doing great. I will see you next week. All the love to everyone out there. Bye-bye. Hello everyone, and welcome to the Diecast Podcast. I am Johnny, and we are here for Season 6, Episode 8, I believe, of the island of the Poobash Aboo, where the Troll Skull Trio are currently engaged in some jungle crawl adventures and doing surprisingly well at it. You had an encounter with Auntie Morgan Mudwallow. She offered you some things, some choices, some wishes, and all you had to do was just pay a little bit of misery. Would have been fine. Everyone was stalwart. No followers were sold. No followers were given. And you made it out just fine. And then you explored the jungle some bit. You made camp. You found the corpse of a person or a creature, a humanoid, up against a tree. Went through his journal. And we have some things to discuss because it's a bit of a crazy week this week. So we're just going to do like a small little RP session as April showers bring May heat waves. And it is very hot inside the houses right now where we're all supposed to stay confined to. The great ironies of irony. But yeah, we're going to say nighttime as you guys were bedding down and had time to go over the journal and whatnot. I would encourage everyone, or we can just share it through reading the different entries from Sir Sigmund's journal.
Oh, I see it.
I had to reload in, so apologies. 1 second.
Yeah, and don't forget, you're in your big, massive Garrots outrigging tents. Quite spacious, quite a lot of room. And your followers, who I will bring up, I forgot to bring up their notes. Do that now. Ba-ba. Poobash Aboo notes. So we have Curly, Scarlegs, Pointy Sticks, Short Sword, Mouthy Bracket Sores, and the Smart One.
Oh yeah, I'm Smart One. All right, yeah, let's listen to this. This entry's from about 175 years ago. I arrived on the island of the Poobash Aboo. Her greatness has sent me to assist the worshippers here. They are a sect who follow the Flame Lord Ixamat. Ixamat. It's a strange alliance to make with the Wild Mother. But what better allies? They seek to keep the world in existence in order to burn it. We seek to save the wilderness from utter destruction. What has an opposing deity become an ally? What do you think this is about?
John, does any of this ring a bell to me?
No, this is all new to you because you didn't know about the followers of Ixamet beforehand. You were told that the Poobah Aboo would kind of recreate the world.
Yeah.
This whole journey's been a bit strange for you because it's essentially you found out that their religion is trying to prevent your deity from existing. Essentially.
What's the Wild Mother?
Everyone give me a religion check, but that's going to be a tough one. It's going to be very difficult.
Ooh, okay. I'm very smart, so.
Yeah, you are very
Use that headband.
Is it history or religion? Sorry.
It's religion. Yeah, definitely religion.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Hot, hot, hot.
23. Waywocket. You don't remember hearing this in any clergies on Toriel or the Forgotten Realms or anything like that, but you have heard rumblings that there are other deities out there that exist in other realms of existence, and one of which is known as Melora, the Wild Mother. She watches over wilderness and the seas and blesses people going on long and extensive journeys. And you don't know a whole lot out of that. She sits on the neutral part of the alignment because death is a part of life and there's a whole cycle to nature and everything like that. But she definitely has a protection over nature and cycles of nature and things coming around, cycling through again and making sure that life. She's kind of like that Jeff Goldblum, life finds a way type of thing.
Mm.
Yeah, I knew this guy in prison who followed her. He was a real, take or leave him kind of guy, really. But the Sir Sigmund must have been a follower of that Wild Mother, and I can see how that would be, at least a neutral kind of arrangement where you don't want the world to completely end, but you're hoping that the forest grows again. Waywocket continues to flip through the pages. Here's another one I earmarked. It's about 75 years later. The Sir Sigmund must have been. He was an elf. We saw, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. This is a drab island. While the jungle is full of lush wildlife and rich forest, the cult is a contrast. All humans except for one Asimon named Yozef. He is apparently the key to saving the world. I've been told there have been many Yozefs in the past, and there will be many more in the future. The cycle of nature continues in this realm as it does my homelands. I am trying something new. I'm trying to make sure the cultists are better taken care of. I have taken a young boy named Rents under my care. Hopefully I can teach him my ways. That must have been the Rents you knew.
Yes, but long ago.
Now, you said he came to you as a ghost.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I kind of expected it. I killed him. He had some sort of relationship with that font. He didn't really have much information, Don't take over the world. Don't get more powerful. I mean, same old, same old.
But I think you maybe dropped another piece of information that he may have given you yesterday while we were screaming in the bar.
Did I?
It's just that maybe you killed your parents.
Oh yeah, I mean we knew that from before. They manipulated me into killing my parents. It was a whole thing.
So how you doing with that, buddy? It didn't seem like you were handling it the best yesterday.
Well, I mean, I bounced back as I usually do. I murdered Wrens who tricked me into murdering my parents. So, it's kind of revenge for the people who killed my parents, which, by the way, some of us aren't afraid to take the opportunity. So, I've, come full circle and I'm feeling good.
Now, what does good mean in this context?
In charge of my own destiny, marching to the tune of my own drummer, and I feel like I've made a very fabulous start about leading my whole religion, as you've seen.
Yeah, I mean, a little mixed, Amalica, wouldn't you agree? A little mixed.
Yeah, like, I don't know.
Yeah, I know. It's look, you did send home those other cultists. That was good. They're gonna live, but I think there's more, that we can pull out of this. We had some words the other day, and I just wanted to make sure that we're all on the same page about what we're doing here, what we're gonna accomplish when we get to the temple gates. I mean, it sounds like there's gonna be a pretty serious contingent of people when we get there.
As much as I like the both of you, and you've become, I guess, my new family, I'm gonna just put it out there that we are rarely on the same page.
Yeah, good point.
Yeah. So, a subjective same page. Is Yozef going to become a terrifying god of some sort and devour the world and destroy everything? And, that's a concern still.
No. I mean, I feel like I'm well on the way to becoming a benevolent god who saves the world.
Oh, no.
Think of how much happiness I've brought, especially to these horrible cultists. I mean, maybe you guys haven't been here long enough to let it really sink in, but these people's lives are terrible. Just terrible. I mean, do you see how easy I can point to them and make up names for them, and they're just sort of okay, I guess that's my name. These people don't even remember their own names. We're giving them something. We're giving them purpose. We're giving them direction. We're giving them a brighter world.
We're also just giving them non-names. We haven't actually given any of them actual names.
Yeah, a name like Jeffrey or Morgan. Oh, yeah, just nice names that aren't describing the terrible afflictions that they have.
I mean, I think it's a good idea, but let's put one word with the others. You wouldn't want to waste a name like Jeffrey by somebody who's just going to be killed by a zombie the next day,
Hey, but that's not really a way to think about them, is it?
But realistically, we're in a jungle and we've been attacked by zombies already.
I mean, not what I meant, but okay.
Yeah, I think a thing you want to think about is a management philosophy where what you put into your followers, you're going to get back an investment in people, Yozef.
I mean, that's exactly what I've done. These men were just wandering around on the beach, wasting their bodies and souls, and I've said, come with us, put your bodies and possibly your souls to good use to further a greater cause.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But let's just say we storm whatever temple we find, we overthrow the Pubashaboians or whatever it is that we encounter there. We encounter the I don't have my notes with me right now. The soul transference vase or whatever it's going to look like. And
the idol of spiritual connection.
Next? Thank you. Yes. Thank you, narrator.
Well, I mean, originally I was not going to touch the amulet because it might bring about the end of the world, but as we've seen, all the things Rents laid down turned out to be lies. And it seems like I've got a connection with the amulet that it might make me all-powerful. I mean, maybe just one touch of that trinket and that can make all our problems go away.
Do we really have that many problems?
Well,
We've got a lot of money.
Your murder,
that solves a lot of problems.
Your ghostly father. I mean, I
would consider those not problems. I would say, once again, that you made those my problem, but...
Well, I mean, here's the thing. If we give the amulet to your mother, And, we've been kind of dancing around it. We haven't been saying it out loud, but I do legitimately feel she will sacrifice you and resurrect your own father in your dead body. And I can tell by the look on his face that Waywocket agrees with me.
I mean, it's one of a few theories I'm definitely working on. The other one is into John Lax's sexy body. The other one's into your sexy body, Yozef. Probably not mine. I don't think I'm her type. But maybe just one of those like people she had mind wiped in her house. So there's a lot of people you could put into a vessel like that. But it's probably better than, Yozef benevolently, at best, ruling the world.
I mean,
I'm sorry,
I'm
Yozef.
hurt by that accusation. I think I've done a great job with my followers. I've certainly brought you a lot of business. I think we're sitting on a gold mine with this whole magical resort timeshare thing.
Yeah, I agree with a lot of that. But, the thing about ruling the world is that it kind of breeds tyrants. And unfair rule, not a big fan of tyrants. A lot of slaying of tyrants, a lot of, tyranny is not really a favorite of adventurers like ourselves.
I've had enough of these baseless accusations. I mean, in what way am I showing tyranny? The people who come to Troll Skull, wait, what's the name of our bar?
Troll Skull Manor?
The Troll Skull, I was trying to say Troll Skull Alley, and then the people coming to Troll Skull Alley are happy, loose, they're dancing, they're drinking, they're getting on with their lives, they're forgetting their problems, and in no way am I telling them to do anything that they don't want to do. Look at those brave adventurers out there. Yesterday, before we arrived, they didn't even have names. Now they have a purpose, they're acting of their own free will. It's terrific what I'm doing for people. I'm not terrorizing them, I'm setting them free.
Okay, well, again, tomato, potato, but cool.
There's a lot that I can't argue with. It's true. There's just been a couple of things you've said offhand that seemed, I don't know, a little alarming, a little bit like maybe, you have more in common with the arch liches over there in, oh my god, I'm blanking on the name of,
Faye?
Yeah, Faye. Faye! Arch liches on Faye, then, the secret of weird lords of Wannabe, which is also a very weird system that I think about it. As he says that, Waywocket is like flipping through the journal some more. He's like, wait, I mean, I guess we knew this. Entry 150. This is from 30 years ago. Sir Sigmund here says that Rents became a follower of Ixima. He seeks only to save the world so that his master may burn it. I do understand the cataclysm better, though. If this reality ceased to exist, who's to say it couldn't happen in my own realm? The Wild Mother is working in mysterious ways. Why has she sent me here to help this reality? Rents is waiting for a new vassal, Yozef, another Yozef. It is a horrific act that must follow, but it will save the world. I don't know how much longer I can do this. I wonder what he means. Well, that does explain that temple that we saw in, Rentz's Paradise Village.
I think it means whoever gets their hands on the artifact gets to make the choice of whether to keep or destroy the world. And who better than us, who have made lives so good for so many?
Does it really mean that, though, or are you just interpreting it that way?
It seems pretty literally that. Like, it seems like Yozef, whoever the current Yozef is, gets their hands on the amulet, they destroy the world, and then the world gets recreated, and then any other Yozef comes along and does the same thing. Only this time, it's going to be different, because we're not going to destroy the world. We're going to convert this place into a combination condo timeshare center of power.
So that's all you're gonna do. You're just gonna promote the beachfront property on the island of the Poobah.
I mean, that's to start. You told me to build my business by degrees. But I'm definitely not going to end the world because I have so much to live for now.
Yeah. Okay. That's slightly encouraging.
Slightly.
Yeah. I just don't, well, I guess we don't know what the full extent of this soul transference is. If it blocks all the souls of the world, and it funnels them. But I guess what are the limits of its powers? How it can reshape reality, or just cause creation or destruction? I guess we don't know.
I mean, all the better to get our hands on it, right?
I mean, we're doing that anyways.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think one thing that we have to do admit is that almost certainly Jarlaxle is following us through this jungle. And so when he gets the drop on us, when we get into the symbol, or like when we get to the temple and we finally confront them, all bets are off. We can't get distracted by that beautiful skin or those eyes or that long hair. It's got to be him or us. Are we with us there? We're not just going to hand it over to the Jarlaxle, even though we want to hand over a lot.
No, we're keeping our hands on it. It's ours. Regardless of what we've told all these pirates.
Yeah, I'm not against giving it to Amalica, but how do you feel there? Do you want to bring it back, or maybe we just hide it away in our very own dungeon that we design?
Or we just destroy it.
Also,
you break the cycle. The next Yozef can't destroy the world. My mom can't reincarnate anybody into my body. And yeah, I think that solves most problems.
I do like the idea of there never being another Yozef. I mean, the whole idea of multiple Yozefs stuck in this death spiral with all reality kind of bums us out. However, I do feel like, based on what we've learned so far, the amulet probably has something to do with the mysterious recycled soul energies on the island. And, if we're going to spiff this place up, we're going to need an awful lot of undead souls.
Yeah, but you're the one that's concerned with that. Don't you think that the amulet being gone is the greater good here? You can be mic drop Yozef, the final Yozef.
I would rather do that if I'm gonna do that after all those undead souls build us a bunch of gleaming citadels for free.
Well,
I mean, that's good
all fine and dandy, since you're not the one that has a mom trying to maybe kill them. Maybe.
Well, then, no problem. She turns up, we wield the power of the amulet, all those undead souls reporting to us. I mean... I mean, maybe Rents has more info. Maybe I can, conjure him, or I'm gonna try to wave my hands around and try to get Rents back. Rents! Rents!
You see Yozef in kind of that, orangish greenish hue of lamps and fire and campfire inside the tent as he waves his hands around, and the shadows kind of make almost like a dance on the wall, and you try and channel your energy into it, but you cannot make contact or summon Rents.
Well, it didn't work. I guess he comes and goes as he pleases, as usual. I probably should have taken him hostage instead of killing him.
That might have been more helpful.
In this journal, John, is entry 175 the final entry?
That is the final entry, yep.
And here's where it ends. It says, "The Wild Mother has called to me. I am to journey into the jungle and meet with travelers. I leave Rents behind, not sure why my journey has happened, but the wild mother calls for it. I will go and wait. I'm not sure what the next step will be, but I will hand them this pendant and hopefully save our realms.
Well, that's great. Maybe we could still find him.
Is at that point when you flip the last page, and instead of like there's like a bookmark, there's actually like a small chain pendant with like a pinkish reddish sapphire. It's more like sapphires are usually blue, but this one has like kind of like a mystical pinkish glow to it that's just kind of resting in the book, and it looks like it's been sheened and polished as if someone was selling it for the very first time. It actually sticks out against like the browning of the paper from the journal.
Oh my.
Cute. Amalica, any magic coming off this?
Yeah, let me take a look. Amalika uses her, what's it called? Magic radar.
Detect magic?
Thank you. Yeah. Close enough.
You see Amalika's eyes roll over with this big bright blue energy that kind of like sets off this contrasting glow inside the room. She looks down again. Like there's no pupils in her eyes. She just kind of had like that ethereal, celestial type of look to her. She holds a necklace in her hand, and Amalika, it's one of those magics where it's almost 100% abjuration magic. You can't get any other reading off of it except that it's a very old and a very ancient magic. Like when the world was young, this magic was still very old type of deal.
Okay, well, nobody lose this. This is very old and yeah, it's magical, guys.
Abjuration.
Abjuration is a defensive magic, like protection magics and stuff like that.
Oh, interesting. Can we, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Onto it.
Identify.
Attune.
Oh, attune to it?
Yes, attune to it. Or is it?
You, just from your basic reading of the magics of it, it doesn't have an attunement effect to it.
Okay. Well, we should probably hang on to this and keep it safe, guys.
Maybe it'll lead us back to this wild mother or witch mother or whatever they're saying.
Wild mother. Huh. Yeah, it must have been something that this Sir Sigmund traveled with, maybe from his own realm. It sounds like this Sir Sigmund wasn't native to the plane. But now I wonder who he was trying to meet, though. Meet with travelers. That could be anybody. Could even be us. Through time magics.
What do you think? Is there a way we could contact him?
Sir Sigmund?
Sure.
You would need a pretty powerful spell, but if I don't even know. I mean, it looks like you've been dead for a long time.
Well, if he died on this island, he's still here, in some form.
Yeah, but don't most of the ghosts not remember who they are?
Ooh, that's true. Reds seem to have some agency, though. Still totally annoying.
That is... Yeah, Rents did have a special thing there. Huh. I wonder how you could do that. It's actually, I'll do an Arcana check to see if I know any way to contact
almost
long dead
20.
beard. Yeah, almost natural 20. Ooh, I rolled I rolled a 19. Nice. I have a +7 in Arcana because I am proficient in it.
Yeah, so you just know from the basics, Speak with Dead would work really well. If you've got the time and money, Raise the Dead would work exceptionally well. Other than that, you'd need some type of religious ceremony, like not a divine intervention. Yeah, the cleric ability to talk to your god, or like a wish spell or resurrection spell, but something you are all unfortunately lacking severely on this island.
I bet that hag would do it if we traded her some souls.
Nah, I'm not trading nothing with them. them hay, and she didn't want souls; she wanted misery, which is as they're just not great.
But I mean, look at what just happened to Legs. We're giving away misery for free out here.
Yeah, but Legs. I think Legs has a greater purpose than just being traded to a hag for misery points.
You're all very certain that Auntie Morgan could probably help you out in acquiring your knowledge if you brought her the body of Sir Sigmund, or the skeletal remains of Sir Sigmund.
And refresh my memory, John. There was no like sword through his chest, or
no. He died. He died of sorry, I actually do believe the last entry was the yellow mist that he mentioned that kind of like corrosively ate away at his body.
Right.
Yes. He did have another one. So yes, entry 75 is the 175 is like the second last entry.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Right. I do remember that part.
Sorry, it's the last one he wrote before he left the compound.
Yes. I got a yellow mist. Also to roll on yellow mists, nature, arcana.
It'd be nature more than anything.
Yeah, I'll try nature.
Oh, excellent rolls today, Miles. So you don't know about it specifically, but you can make a lot of good conclusions that there are through mystical jungles. There's usually some type of rolling, almost like not quite a disease, but just kind of like wild and arcane magic effects that happen. And you do know that you're also at literally the foot of a volcano where acidic gases and poisonous gases can erupt out. And so there's probably kind of this merger of the two where you've kind of got this roving cloud of yellow mist that looks like it could possibly eat away at things once it rolls, once it comes into contact with it.
Yeah, if yellow mist is concerning. I'm thinking that maybe from here on out, we have Carl fly directly above us, keeping an eye out for mists, rumbling treetops, that kind of stuff. Yeah, just anything dangerous.
Yeah, murdery and dangerous.
I mean, I can do that. That's not a problem at all for me. And I got a with the jungle.
Excellent.
I can come back as like a hot dog bun. I'm just trying to think of different food items I can come back as. I'm trying to stick in the pastry baked goods area.
I'm afraid we're limited to porridge, Carl.
As much as porridge is good for you, Drippy Carl is kind of tired of porridge, Carl.
I agree. This is definitely your grossest form.
I don't know. When he was carrying me, it was kind of nice. It was all soft. It didn't chafe my underarms at all. I like this Carl.
That's weird. It's weird. I'm weird. Drippy Carl is weirding out right now.
Well, you could also maybe just conjure him as pure energy or something. He's a familiar.
That's true. You could do that too. Although, truth be told, the baked good mediums is probably the most fun.
That is accurate. That is accurate. Well, I honestly, I feel pretty good about this. I think even though if we don't have an exact plan when we get there, we're going to figure it out. We're going to be a team, all of us. We all have each other's backs.
Well, I can ask Rents about contacting this ghost, although I guarantee he's going to be unhelpful. If we don't want to deal with the hag, do we have any other way of getting in touch with this here spirit? Carl, any ideas?
Not a whole lot. I mean, you'd need something we don't have right now. It's kind of like a divine type of person, I think. Someone who deals more with spooky ghosts and bodies and stuff. Necromancer could probably do it, but we don't have a necromancer either.
No. I have been working on rituals, but I'm not there yet. I don't think I have anything in my book that covers.
Well, if we make a quick stop back to Waterdeep, we can pick up our resident blood mystic.
Oh, that's possible. But then we got to go back through the jungle a couple of days to get back to our fireplace.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I think it's onwards and forwards. Maybe there'll be another way to communicate with Sir Sigmund. And in the meantime, there's a lot of this journal I haven't really gone through. Maybe there's some additional clues.
I mean, worst comes to worst,
And-
we just take the skull with us. That's the only part you really need.
Yeah, that's gross but true. Yeah. We'll bring the skull.
I mean, like, you got to die doing magic in the basement of your restaurant, of your tavern. Is a skull really going to be that much of a leap? Just walking around. It's already dead. It's not coming back to life. Unless.
Oh, let's not go there.
Yeah. I don't think we need to add out of realm undead floating skull to the menagerie that is Troll Skull Manor.
Well, you haven't lived until you've had a flame skull around you. Those guys are hilarious.
They sound fun.
They're just like little scaredy skulls, and they can shoot fire, but they're really scared too. Everything frightens them. But if you make them really angry, then they explode with fire.
Like a bunch of little skull puppies.
That's a good way to put it.
How close do we think we are to the volcano's entrance? Like, how closely does it loom into our vision?
Well, as you flip open the door and take a look, this big kind of like purpley, shadowy mass monolith that's just outside. It's very close. You're thinking maybe a day or two worth of journey, and you'll probably be. You feel like you're, because the hills are trying to slant up a bit, and you're starting to notice a bit more. The ground's become less softer and softer, and more slag and slate type of like loose stones. It's like there's still some forest grasses and whatnot, but it's still this dinosaur path that you're on looks like it's cut its way up all the way up to the side of the mountain, or so the side of the volcano. It looks about 1 or 2 days.
Yeah, we're getting pretty close. I think, maybe one more camp, maybe 2 more camps, and we're gonna be there. This is pretty exciting. We're almost there.
I mean, I want to be excited. I don't constantly be the bummer in this, but like, I hope you can understand that I just can't escape the dread in my soul right now.
I know, Amalica. This has definitely been, it's been equally hard on both of you guys. And I'm not gonna choose between you in this scenario.
Thanks,
But
Dad.
but thank you. And no matter what, Amalica, we're gonna be together. And you're going to have to face this sooner or later. Fate chose you to have these incredible superpowers. You're no longer just, that hungry little dirt orphan I met on the side of the street. A famous citizen of Waterdeep, a business owner, powerful sorceress, and, beloved by many.
I mean, I think you can take a note from me, Malika. I'm thrilled with my amazing powers, and my quest to take over this island and rule it with an iron fist is off to a great start. You've just got to put one foot in front of the other, tell yourself that you're worth it, and if any of the people who raised you or didn't raise you try to get in your way, threaten to kill them.
I'm weirdly motivated by that, but then I'm alarmed that I'm motivated because there's just so many red flags in that. But
it's a big
I guess in a weird way, I'm just like, oh, thank you. But then also, we definitely need to get you some therapy, 100%.
I mean, that's the thing about joining a brethren. It's a bit alarming, but weirdly motivating.
I don't think anybody who comes out of a cult ever says that.
I came out of a cult and I say it, and now I'm ruling this here cult.
But would you go back into a cult like one of the cultists?
Yeah, Yosef, you're many things, but you're not most people.
You're most people to me, boss.
Oh, thank you, Carl.
Carl, you know 3 people.
And he's most of them. He's got so much personality.
I'm a full third.
Also, I think we already have the perfect saying for Amalica to help her out in this situation. Yesterday is gone. Tomorrow is ahead.
I mean, if you just say it once, Amalica, I know you've been resisting, but it does make you feel better. What's gone?
Yesterday.
What's ahead?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Hey, come on, Amalica. It'll be fine.
Let's just get it over with. Let's just do it. I'm putting a smile on my face, and I'm gonna just fake it till I make it. That's the thing, right?
Yeah, but it helps to say the catchphrase.
I don't want to.
Sometimes it's such a contrarian.
Yeah.
I'll say.
Sorry. I'm trying within my limits.
No, look. Yeah, it's gonna be good. And when we get back to Waterdeep, we get all the therapy you can handle. Therapy session after therapy session, your eyes will fall to your face. They'll be crying so much.
Can't wait.
I just want to say, once this is all over and we're opening our citadel, I'd like to see a bit of a smile on that face, or we might just lose your invitation.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, pretty harsh, buddy.
As a GM, I think I may step in to make sure everyone's doing okay on that line.
I thought it was pretty funny, but
okay. I just want to make sure that everyone's okay. Like, are you okay with that stuff, or
wait, what?
With the put a smile on your face line?
Oh yeah, it's fine.
Okay, cool. I just want to check in and make sure everything. Sorry to interrupt. Continue.
Wait, what are we doing? Are we just gonna go at the jungle? What time is it?
It's night.
It's nighttime. We're talking over our fancy in our fancy tent. All right. Well, good team meeting. There was some team bonding. There was some team feelings, and I think we should get some rest and prepare for an exciting day. Keeping very alert and getting one day closer to the volcano.
I do think as we get closer to the volcano, we should all think about, what's our ideal situation when we find this amulet? Because, I don't want us to get all the way there and have some sort of ugly, possibly violent confrontation around what to do with it. Fair?
That is fair. For me, I think, well, number one, I don't think we have enough information to completely decide what we're going to do. Number two, I think that we should take possession and assess. We have a lot of resources in the city of Waterdeep with the acquisitions that we haven't quite deployed yet. And once we get, some more information, acquire the object, gather the information, decide on a course of action.
This is a good plan.
How do you feel there, Yozef?
Which one of us acquires it?
Not
you.
I think you have to, just a little bit of patience, because we're not sure exactly what happens when you touch it.
But I'm the one who can wield its power, right?
Yeah, and I think we need to learn more about that before you do.
Fine. All right, well, we've got a couple of days. We've got a couple of potential sources. I'm all right to leave it at that.
Yeah, I'll write in a letter, see if Home Office has any extra infos.
And don't forget, Amalica, you can also use your whisper jar to try and get any information you want out of anything you've just learned about or things you just have on your mind that you wish to get more information on.
Okie dokie. Good to remember. I'm not going to use it right now because I can't think.
Not a problem. It sounds like this is a good point to wind it down, unless anyone has any other conversations they want to bring up or stuff you want to talk about from meeting Auntie Morgan. Other than that, I feel this has been a nice little tight RP session as well.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm fine.
All right. So next week, you got your, barring any unforeseen disasters, it sounds like you're going to make it to the volcano next week.
Ooh. Well, now you've jinxed it, so.
Yeah.